Well, 8 months ago, entire roads were washed away after Helene, and vital connections to communities were lost. Well, now, leaders with TDOT say only 3 routes are still closed compared to the 49 sections right after the storm, if you can believe it. So joining us now with an update on this is TDOT spokesperson Mark Nagy. Mark, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So much work has been done in just 8 months.
Certainly, and it's really remarkable progress that has been made. We had at one point 49 sections of roadway or bridge that were closed at the height of right after Hurricane Helene, and 46 of those are back open. So remarkable progress has been made. We opened a couple of bridges just up last week, but we've still got a lot of work to do.
And speaking of that, these 3 routes, what is that work left to do?
So you have State Route 159, which is US 321 in Carter and Johnson counties. You also have State Route 67, that bridge in Elizabethton, and State Route 353 in Washington County. So 2 of those, the 159 and the bridge 67, those are expected to be open later this summer, and then 353 would be looking into 2026. So again, still a lot of work to be done, but it's just a testament not only to our TDOT employees, but our contractors as well, to be working long hours to get these communities reconnected.
I don't know if you have figures off the top of your head, but do you know how many crews have worked how many hours and how much money spent and all of that?
Yeah, the answer is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the exact number. Yeah. But no, I still marvel at the work that these crews have been able to do. Example, the State Route 81 bridge, which just opened in Washington County, the State Route 107 bridge, which opened in Greene County. Those are 2 projects that were put together in what's called a progressive design build. First time we've done that in the state of Tennessee. Only able to do that because of the passage of the Transportation Modernization Act by the state legislature a couple of years before that. That allowed us to do a lot of the different phases of those of those projects at the same time. Otherwise, we may have been looking months, even a couple of years down the line before those bridges were fixed. Instead, they were back up and running in less than 8 months.
I know most recently you were talking about a couple of those bridge openings, and we were there specifically for the one in Greene County and did a story, and it's just incredible to see how much the people appreciate that. Have you been able to sort of be at those different sites and see that happen?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge deal. I mean, think about the people who have to deal with, that were used to using that road every single day, and they're using that bridge every day, and now they have about a half-an-hour detour that they have to adjust in part of their daily lives. So it's kind of one of those things you kind of take for granted until it's gone. So we're really happy to get that bridge open very quickly.
And also, we want to talk about the future and what needs to happen now to continue with this.
Well, I mean, there's just so many projects that we're still doing with the Tennessee Department of Transportation. So you have not only Helene recovery efforts, you still have I-40 in Cobb County at the state line, which is just a massive amount of earth that was missing from that storm. We're hopeful that both lanes will be back open in each direction up until the North Carolina state line by the end of this calendar year. But remember, North Carolina, as bad as we were hit on I-40 in Cobb County, North Carolina got it worse. So even when we get our section of roadway open, they're still going to have some more work to do. And we still have the bridges that we're finishing up on I-26 in Unicoi County as well.
And very last question quickly, was there any projects that TDOT had to sort of push aside in order to do all of this other work?
Well, there was some situations where the contractors had to kind of move resources around, but there hasn't been anything so drastic. So many of the projects that we have, in production, in development, they're still on schedule.
All right, Mark, thank you so much for that update. Certainly appreciate it.
Sure.